As a start, let me just see how many of us can spot some differences between these two pictures. We use just 2 minutes to do that. And so if you can see any difference, then you can raise your hand. Doc, is that possible?
Yes, people can react. You can use the reaction button.
Okay.
And then
but they can speak.
I can mention, yes, they
Okay.
can unmute and speak. So I can mention names.
Sure. So
okay, so
two pictures.
Chumesi's hand is up. Yes.
Okay, so the books on the shelf, at least one. If you look at the books on the shelf, one has a pink or a reddish color, while the other is how do you call this color? It doesn't align. Yes, so the colors are not aligned. If you look at the books on the shelf.
Thank you very much, Chumesi. You are sharp.
I saw Harrison, but I think now it's Elike. Asante.
Hello, Doc.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hello, Doc. This is Harrison.
Yes, Harrison, go ahead.
The flowers on the table, when you look at the first flower, it's as if it has bent a bit, but the one in the other picture is straight upwards.
Okay. Is it about its straightness or is about some leaves on it?
I think the leaves, it has some leaves compared to the other one in the other picture.
Okay, thank you very much, Harrison.
Elike was back, but he dropped or she dropped again. So let's see Abdul Rahim.
Okay, Doc. I can see the handle to this thing, the drawer, this thing. Is it the cupboard to the table?
Okay.
The right one, the uppermost one is not having a handle to it, and the left one, all of them are having handle.
Okay, you are right, Abdul. You guys are very observant.
Elike is back.
Okay.
Yeah, hi. So I see that the audio devices beside the monitor, the one on the left, well, the first one closest to the monitor, the left image, it's the bottom circle is much larger than the one on the right image, the audio device closest to the monitor.
That's great. That's right. So
do you still want to say more, people?
We have one last. Yes, I think 4 have been identified.
Okay, so Fosti.
Okay, the calendar too. There is a white line beneath the hole where we hang it on the wall, but the one on the right doesn't have it, but the one on the left has it.
Okay. You are right. I think you should be very proud of yourselves. You're quite very observant, and that's very good. So thank you for participating, and I'm glad that I have your attention. We shall be so throughout. There are places where I would ask for your input, and I will please kindly crave your indulgence. Now, like Doc mentioned, I am particularly very interested in purpose and success. I think that everyone is made to succeed and to be great, because I don't think there's anyone who has any plan for his or her life that I am going to try very hard, but I hope that I fail. So failure is anti-normal. Nobody wants to fail because that's not our nature. That's not how God made us. But we still see a lot of people failing. People fail academically. And I don't mean once. When you fail, you can try again. But people just fail, give up. People run a course, they live life, and at the end of life, they themselves bear witness that they have failed, even when people don't judge them. And there are 5 key things that from my study I have observed that are key to everyone's success. Once you are a human being, you need them. First is character. Character defines who you are. Character defines, it makes us know whether we can trust you or not. And then we have capacity. Capacity shows what you are capable of doing, what you can do. Some here can drive on this call. Some cannot drive. Some can sing. Some cannot sing. And there are several other things that people can do that others cannot do. So your capacity determines what you can do and achieve. And then we all need material resources. Every one of us on this call, you are using some material resource, whether it's accommodation, whether it is food, clothes, money. Everyone has material resources. Sometimes the only issue is that what we have is not adequate to accomplish what we want to do. So it's not that we don't have at all, but we don't have enough to accomplish what we have set to do. And then we also need communication. If your communication is poor, your impact will be very low. To be able to influence your environment, you need to be able to communicate. And that is very key. So those of us who are shy, those of us who are introverts, like myself, you still have to find a way to communicate your ideas. Otherwise, you will not make much impact in life. And then the last one is relationships. No one is an island. You cannot succeed alone. I have taught before, and I remember one of my sessions, I asked my students that how many of you can live comfortably in this world if you are the only human being? And quite a number of hands went up. And so I just asked them, what would you do? Someone said, I'll just be watching movies. The person had forgotten that the movies, he would need to be watching some other human beings. And we would also have to have somebody invent the TV for him or her to watch. So it's practically impossible to live life and fulfill life alone. We need relationships. And so, Doc, thank you for organizing this. Now, everyone needs someone to succeed, like I mentioned before. The total quality of our lives depends on our relationships. The people you have in your life will influence how your life will be, whether those people are frustrating you or they are helping you to succeed. And then this thing, I would like us to think about it. Now, if you have to pay for everything in life, everything you need, everything you want, everything you have to do, if you have to pay for everything, it means that you don't have the right people to go far. There are things that you should not pay for. Even if you give something, it should be out of honor and not because you have been charged. If you have to always pay for everything, it means that you need people. You maybe you are too I'm minding my own business kind of person. And then, regardless of how much money you have, all your needs will be met by people. We have the impression that or many people have the impression that once I have money, I will be okay. And once I have money, I can do all things. No, there are some sicknesses, for instance, that even if you have money in Ghana, you will still have to be taken somewhere else. Why? Because we may not have the people, and we may not have the people who have invented some tools that you need to be assisted. So no matter how much you have, you still have to, you need people in order for that money to even be useful. There are 5 key relationships that we must build as people who are going to be very great and impactful in this our country and across the globe. Now, the first thing is that you have to live at peace with all men. I mean, those in your community, in your environment, your neighbors. You shouldn't be a trouble, or it shouldn't be the cause of pain to the people in your neighborhood. But that aside, there are 5 key relationships that you must intentionally build, because there are people that you can meet on the way and just greet and pass. But the first kind of relationship that you need, all of us need to pay attention to, is family. Our parents, our close relatives, the families that we come from, and the families that we are going to build. They are very key. God gave us families for unconditional love. Everybody needs that. If you lack it, it affects you emotionally, psychologically, and those who have studied in these fields, you'll be able to tell us more. There's been several research that shows that if the family unit is intact, its impact on the people in the family is great. So you need unconditional love, and that only is going to come from family. You need a place to belong. You need a place that you say, this is where I come from. We must protect our families with all our hearts. Protect the family name. Because somebody's family name opens doors. Other people's family names also shut doors. So whatever you do, know that if you have surnames, what you do, whether they are good or bad, they are affecting the other family members. So let's go live good names, good family names. We need to ensure that there is peace in our families, because we need them. Anything that makes us think that, oh, I don't need them, it's a lie. So we need to always ensure that if there are disagreements in the family, we find a way to solve them. Then we need mentors. Mentors are people who have gone ahead of us, and where we want to go, they have been there. And so they are willing to help us get there. So a mentor is someone who has been where you are now going, and they are willing to help you get there. Sometimes we follow people on Facebook, on other social media platforms, and we call them mentors. No, a mentor must know you and must agree that they are helping you to get somewhere. The most important thing that we need from a mentor is not money, it's guidance. You may have the money, but if you use it and you don't have what it takes in the field, you may still not amount to much. But a mentor can guide you in the area that you are interested. And then we need friends. Everybody needs a friend. There are people who are not that friendly. Some are naturally introverted. but you still need friends. Even the introvert needs a friend. Friends help us focus on common interests. You know, friendship is usually out of common interest. If I like football and you also like football, then we become friends. So once you are around, it's very important that the interest is what to be the main focus. So friends help you to stay on track, because the reason you are friends is for a certain interest. And if that interest is right, you can be sure that once those friends are around, it is that interest that will prevail. And it helps you to stay on course. Friends also, good friends, they help you to, they provide support for you. And then we also need partners. These partners are the people who will help us to do the actual work. Maybe you have a plan of establishing a business, or there is some work that you are doing and you can't do it alone. You need partners to help you do it. So this could be your work colleagues, could be your employees. Some of us have ideas that we need financiers to help us. You may have the idea, you are willing to do it, but you don't have the money. Now the one who has the money and is willing to partner you becomes very key to your success, and is your partner. And then one also that we need is we need God. This relationship with God, people forget sometimes, but there are things that you cannot get anywhere else apart from God. Like love. I don't know who sells love or where love is that we can go for. Peace, joy, wisdom, understanding, faith, grace. All these are undeniable spiritual substances that we do not have any place to get them apart from God. So we have to maintain a very good relationship with our Maker. Now, let's look at how healthy or unhealthy relationships are. Now, at this point, I would like you to start thinking about your relationships now, your relationships. I know everyone has a family. Think about mentors. Do you have a mentor? Is Dr. Lydia Osei your mentor? Who is your friend? Do you have friends? Do you have partners? And then how is your relationship with God? Okay, so relationships can be flourishing, and you can see the green is shaded very green, flourishing, where the relationship is moving on smoothly. The parties involved in the relationship are contributing to the success of everyone in that relationship. It's not just stable, but it's thriving. You know that there are people you come into contact with that your life changes. You begin to wonder. And that's how sometimes you can give a testimony. Say, I met this person and my life changed and my life turned for the better. Meanwhile, all this while you were with other human beings, but probably those relationships were not at the same level as this new one that you met. There is also the stable but stagnant relationship. This relationship is very stable, very stable. There's not much progress, but it's not deteriorating either. We are just there. If you are doing party and you call us, we'll come. We can be there for you, but we are not adding much to your growth, and that's how it just is. There are also relationships that are strained. These relationships, they are unstable. but they are repairable. Maybe once in a while you talk, you don't fight, but it's just like it's hanging. You don't know whether you are going or come, but when you need to talk to the person and you call the person, they will answer and then you will talk. But it's not really functional like that. There are also relationships that are dysfunctional. This relationship is unhealthy. It's not good. When you are in it, you begin to suffer. But it's not like you are critically dying. But you realize that the relationship is not healthy. And then the last one is toxic. It's a toxic or destructive relationship where this relationship is actively harmful. Like you see, there are some friends that are so mean, they are able to envy other friends and to the extent of even planning to eliminate them. And that is a very toxic relationship. There are some relationships that people are always fighting, the people are always quarreling. Now, all these types of relationships, all these categories of relationships can happen in all the 5 relationships that we mentioned earlier on. This can be the status or the state of a family relationship. It can be the state of a marriage relationship. It can be the state of a courtship relationship. It can be the state of a friendship relationship. It can be the state of partners or a partnership or even a relationship with God. The good thing is that whether the relationship is toxic or dysfunctional, they can become flourishing if the parties involved are willing to work on them. But the bad thing or the sad news is also that if the relationship is flourishing and we don't nurture it, it can deteriorate into something toxic. And that is why Dr. Lydia wants us to know this so that we can build very, very healthy, thriving relationships. Okay. So now, how do we do that? I would like to say that at the foundation or the initial level, we need to build. That's the foundation where you are now entering the relationship, establishing the relationship, or you are now building the relationship. From where I sit, I think that apart from the people that we have no control over, like our neighbors, because they live close to us, like maybe our classmates, our course-mates, some people that we have to meet because nature has brought us together. Apart from those people, relationships must be intentionally built. And from where I sit, they must be built on purpose or on vision. So where are you going in life? And then you will know which kind of people to take with as partners or to go to as mentors or to move with as friends. Because family is already chosen for us by God in his own wisdom, whether we like our families or not. There's a reason why God gave them to us. And that's the most important thing, to find out why we came from there. Like those people that wish that they were born somewhere else apart from Ghana or Africa. That's not what we should be thinking about. What we should be thinking about is, why did I come here? Because you could have been anywhere. So once you know where you are going, now, for instance, you know that you are going to be a lecturer, then you know that your life is going to be more of academics, and you need those kind of people to move with and you need people who are also in the lecturing field to be your friends mainly, and also some senior ones to be your mentors. So discover your purpose or vision first. It will help you know which people you can move with as mentors, as friends, or as partners. Secondly, establish values. Note them. Like know what you stand by. Your beliefs, your faith, your values, your principles. Note them. There are people who cannot do anything bad for money, no matter how much. They have purpose in their heart. If it's not right, I'm not doing it. There are people who have decided that I'm not engaging in, for instance, premarital sex. It's their value, it's their principle. You move and you propose that, they say no. So by determining this, you know the kind of people that you can move with for a long time. Because if you go into a business partnership, for instance, you've invested so much money with someone who is willing to do anything for money, and you don't want to do anything at all for money. Now both of you have put your money together. Every wrong deal, this other person says, let's do it. You are also saying, let's not do it because it's not right. Your business very soon is going to collapse, or the relationship is going to turn into something very bad, that the person may even want to get rid of you because they have invested and they think that you are the one now blocking their prosperity. But if you had established or has insisted on your values from the beginning, you will know that this kind of person, I cannot do anything long term with the person. And also the third one is to identify needed relationships per business, per marriage, per finances, per ministry, per recreation. You can add on. So there are some relationships.
Hello, sorry guys. It seems his network is frozen a bit. Do you also realize that? Or it's coming from my side?
Yeah, it's the same here.
Yes.
You can't hear me.
Okay, I
My
think
network
it's
has
back
frozen.
now.
Paused. His video
I think
is
it's
paused.
back. It's back.
Okay.
Am I back?
Yes, Amos, you're back.
Okay, so where did you lose me?
Just
Yeah,
after
you were
the
on the
Identifying the needed relationships.
yes.
We don't want
Okay, all
another.
right. Sorry about that. So
What is one more Valentine? And I was say Valentine, we
we
are
may
talking
have
about love.
Sorry, Amos, please unmute yourself. Amos, unmute yourself. You are muted. Somebody was distracting us. Yes, thank you.
I'm unmuted now.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, that's fine. So identify the needed relationships per business, per marriage, per finances, per ministry, per recreation. There are friends that they give you the chilling vibe, like when you want to do anything fun. You want to go and go on a Saturday, you go and climb the Brie Mountain or something. There are friends who always, they are there. They will ginger you to go. They are friends who are always happy. And so they give you that kind of vibe. There can also be relationships that will help you in ministry. There are relationships that are built for marriage, whether you are the one choosing to marry someone or that you are married and you are looking forward to be mentored by some other senior people. So you look at the area and then you see the relationship that you need. So approach the people and have a discussion with them. If it's a family, you already come from it. If it's a family you want to start, you need to approach the lady. If it's mentorship you need, if it's friendship, if it is partnership, all these ones, you need to approach the people and have a discussion. Oh, please, I would like you to mentor me in this area. Or can we be friends? Because I can see maybe you have this interest, or you come from here, I also come from there. Can you teach me on this? That is how it is done. Now, when the relationship is established, one thing we have to do is that we have to be genuine and authentic. Let's not be like confident tricksters, that people who act like tricksters. They know what to say to you to get what they want from you. That doesn't build any lasting relationship. They say you can fool some other people all the time and other people sometimes, but not all the people all the time. You can't just be taking advantage of people. It's not right. It affects you also. Now, you also, in the course of the relationship, whichever relationship it is, seek the best interest of the other party. Seek the best interest. Like, think about them. How let what they like, what they love, also be something that you care about. Care. And then please respect the terms of the relationship. If someone agrees to be your mentor, the relationship is a mentorship one until it probably changes. It may not be friendship. Your mentor may not be your friend. It may just be a mentor. They have time for you that you come in, hours that you spend with them, specific things you talk about, and then you go home. Friends, you may decide to go somewhere and sit and have lunch or dinner, but every relationship have how they are supposed to work. Please respect their relationship. Otherwise, you may lose the relationship. And then maintain communication. Communication is very important. Don't go silent for a long while and then you come back. The relationship will die off. Also, honor and celebrate, especially your mentors, your partners. Honor and celebrate them, even your friends, your family members, your parents. Honor them, celebrate them. That is even in the Bible, that honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long. So talk well about them to other people. When it's their birthday and they are okay with posting, post them. Go there if they have a birthday party, show up. So value and respect their time, all kinds of relationships. Please value their time, especially mentors, those people that have achieved a lot, that are doing so much. One thing, they can give you many other things, but their time is very restricted. And so when they give you some time, please respect the time and respect everyone's time. The next one is to forgive wrongs. Sometimes great relationships are ruined by unforgiveness. Fantastic relationships, fantastic families, marriages, business, relationships, because somebody erred and somebody said, I will never forgive. And then everything breaks down. And then the last one in the continuation stage is that you should add value to them. The relationship should not be one-sided. Add value to the people. And I think that although this person is my mentor, I can't give them much, but still they need some things. Sometimes they need things that it's not even about money. What can I do for them? What can I buy as a gift to them? What can I tell them? How can I support them? Add value to them. Like, it shouldn't be that you are just drawing from them all the time. And then in an uncomfortable situation where the relationship would have to end, or you would have to part ways. Talk about the issues. And in ADR, there's something we call the ghost principle. Like, be gentle, be honest, be open, be specific, and keep talking. Keep talking until the issue is resolved or the matter is brought to a close. You want to exit a relationship, any kind of relationship. These days, I think people will just block you and then you are gone. The relationship has ended. No, that's not the way to go. Discuss issues and part ways peacefully. Don't burn bridges. The people, somebody, you may have an issue with somebody today, and you realize that not long after that, that is exactly the person you need for something, and you know that this person would have sorted me out easily. Sometimes you wish you could just call them back, but the way you ended the relationship, calling them back, you cry, you'll be embarrassed. Sometimes you do a day, oh, I don't care. But I mean, you've lost something. So we don't need to always burn bridges because we disagree. No, we can part ways very peacefully. Now, as I bring this to a close, and for reflection, do you have all these 5 types of relationships in your life? How would you rate these relationships, each of them? What can you, sorry, I repeated that one twice. What can you do to build and improve your relationships? And then, have you burnt some bridges that you need to repair? Have you burnt some bridges that you need to repair? What can you do to improve your relationships? How do you rate these relationships? Do you have all these 5 relationships in your life, and are they functioning very well? So I will end it here, and then we can do a question and answer session if there are any